related to basics of electricity, and after that basics of lighting, then some one or two examples or the case study or some designing type of concepts. So I will cover those topics which are more related with the designing point of view rather than some calculation or technical point of view. Yeah, that is because of your relevance of your field. Okay, so in building services, out of the various type of services we have studied about electrical services, mechanical, then this water supply and sanitation, something related to civil. Okay, so we can see that the building itself, one building itself is a combination of many type of technologies. Okay, from the very beginning, from the designing, beginning from the designing layout to the final, some basic necessities. Okay, then some further add-ons which are needed in the modern society. But these concepts, they are the basics. Okay, in the future, in the coming time, some more concepts will be increasing because so sanitation is one of the basic amenity like the water supply, like the electricity supply. So they are the basics which have to be provided to the residents. Okay, or in case of it is a commercial area, then all of the employees or the visitors or the customers. Okay, apart from this commercial point of view, the proper sanitation system is also needed from the health point of view, like the water supply system. The clean water supply should be available. So that is also one of the major contributors in decreasing the spread of diseases. Okay, so from health point of view as well, these all services are the basics, the basic amenities apart from the commercial. Okay, although while dealing with the installations when housing societies or the commercial installations like the shopping malls and the industries, all of these basic amenities are also needed for a resident area as well. Okay, if the proper sanitation is not maintained, that the financial value of that property is also very less. No, very less people will be interested in purchasing the flats here in such type of society where the sanitation system is not good, it is not proper. Okay, so that is also one of the major loss to the builder, to the building company. Okay, so at any cost, these things have to be provided. Either it is not provided by the central utility, then some other method that has to be sorted out. Like it is not like that from the government or from the municipality, we are not getting a helping hand or it is being delayed. Then the sanitation or the water supply or the electricity, these services should be halted. No, we cannot halt them. They have to be provided. They have to be provided right from the installation, the beginning of the building, and for whole 24 hours, 7 days a week. All of these services should be available to the residents. So sanitation is one of them. Okay, so again we shall be discussing some of the basic definitions. like the waste. So what is the waste? Basically, it can be defined as used up, unwanted and discarded solid, liquid or gaseous substances generated from a community which can create hazardous impact on the environment. And environment is being impacted. Okay, if the environment is affected by this waste, then in turn that is going to harm the residents or the nearby population, the people there. Okay, so waste also it is not related to one single group of people. Okay, it could be divided like the residents are there. If the building that is a residential building or the housing society like type of building, then the waste there won't be that much of a hazardous. But if it is the industrial area, then waste could be different. Okay, because the type of quantity which is being produced, and it is leaving some type of byproduct. So that is a waste, and we cannot dispose of it as openly in the environment. The proper disposal that should be there. Okay, so in any type, maybe solid waste, liquid waste, gaseous waste could be there. So all of them they are polluting the environment, and it could be like some type of hazard, health hazard, which has been created. So that should not be there. So proper disposal, waste management facility, or at least the access to such type of utility, like the landfills are there. Okay, there the waste treatment has to be done. So there should be proper access. There should be proper connectivity so that the waste could be disposed of there at the landfill areas. Okay, so that it could be reused or some type of a productive or a beneficial quantity could be obtained from these waste. Also, it should not uh, be a hazard to the environment, the waste whatever which is produced. Okay, so mainly considering two types of buildings, if we consider like the housing society, then the waste they may not be as much a big hazard, but at least they would be polluting the environment. Okay, now considering some basic services like the proper disposal of the waste. So it is also a two part process. One is from the residents of the housing society. They should also maintain this hygiene, proper waste disposal, wherever waste should be disposed of. Every person there should be contributing. If someone is irresponsible, just spreading the litter here or there, anywhere, then that is also not the useful or successful output, or that will not lead to the proper waste disposal or the hygiene maintain of the society. Then another thing is from the administration or from the regulatory body. First of all, the local body, like the within the society or within consider some type of shopping mall, the commercial area. There also the customers, then the employees of the different sections there, those who are working in the shopping mall, then the cleaning staff. So the regulatory body or the management or the authority of the shopping mall, they would be making the proper arrangements for the proper waste disposal. Okay, so regularly at some distance, like the dustbins, they should be placed, and specifically where there is chances of more waste generation, maybe like a food outlet. like a food outlet in a shopping mall. There the chances of more waste generation would be there. Okay, some fast food outlet is there. People, usually the visitor, the customer, they will come there, they will eat something like that, or then they will throw just the litter here and there, the waste materials there. So very desirable condition is that the dustbins should be placed right there, and mostly you would have seen it. Okay, then on the second side, the cleaning staff, the housekeeping staff. Okay, so any type of commercial building, we can refer here. Shopping mall could be there, hotels could be there, resorts could be there. Okay, then some tourist place could also be there. Okay, food outlets are regularly placed, and they are doing good business. So higher the number of visitors or the customers at the food outlet, the higher would be the chances of a waste generation. And if the proper waste management is not there, then the sanitation problem or the cleanliness, that won't be maintained. Okay, some like the dustbins, they are not frequently being emptied by the housekeeping staff. They will also be filled. Okay, and when they are filled over their capacity, then litter would be spread here, there on the floor itself. So regularly, the housekeeping staff, they should be removing there all the waste there in the dustbins. Also cleaning the nearby areas, the floors there regularly. They should clean the floor as well. Okay, so all this is a part of the proper waste management. Now coming to sewage. Okay, so sewage can be defined as the used water or liquid waste generated by the community, which includes human and household waste, together with waste from the street washing, industrial purpose, institutional waste, groundwater and stormwater. Okay, so what type of waste could be there? Like the domestic sewage. So very common in case of residential areas, residential buildings. Then industrial waste. So specifically related to the industries. They could be a part of the sewage. Okay, then groundwater or subsoil water entering into sewers. Then stormwater or rainwater. Very necessary. Proper rainwater or stormwater removal. They should not accumulate there anywhere in the building or the any type of building, maybe residential or maybe commercial. Highly unpleasant, and one of the big sources of spreading of waterborne diseases as well. Okay, like mosquitoes, we can see mosquitoes, they are start breeding in such type of areas where water is accumulating, and during the rainy season, this is a big problem. During rainy season, we see in many areas there is a high spread of contamination. Diseases spread at a very high rates. Some of them are very related to mosquitoes as well, but it is not limited to mosquitoes. So why? Because the sewerage, that is not proper. Water has started accumulating. Rainwater that is not being disposed of. Some alternative path is not provided. It is not available. So that is a big mismanagement. Although we are seeing it at many places, roads, they are also becoming waterlogged during the rainy seasons. In many parts of the India, in the current scenario, we are seeing that flood situation is there. So at least in the building, like as being an architect, you are designing a housing area, housing societies, or some commercial area, shopping malls, or some such type of you are being a part of some amusement park which is being built up, or some other type of gatherings could be there. So their proper sewerage, the removal of such type of the waste, Okay, that should be provided. Proper path should be there. Usually rainwater, that could be used for harvesting as well. So rainwater harvesting. So we can see that this one thing is rainwater that is having a reusable facility. So we can use it. Okay, so irrigation written water, okay, that is also related to that. So we can use this. Okay, some other type of waste, like the domestic sewage, industrial waste, that cannot also be reused and in the same form. We need to purify it, we need to treat it. Also, we cannot dispose it into other water bodies because the water, the sewage, that may not be suitable for disposal in any type of water body. So pre-treatment could be needed. So sewage treatment plants, they are used. Means it should not like be that we are disposing of this sewage water in a river and the water is not clean, it is not suitable. Then it is affecting the aquatic life there in the river. Also some other, the river water is also used for other purpose like for the supply to households. Then that will again be supplied further. Or some population, they are dependent on the river water, river or canal, anything is there. So it should be treated, properly treated before being disposed of it to any other water body. Although we have studied that for human consumption, the water should be purified. Okay, but at least we should not be disturb the ecology of the water body as well. And also it is then further it is creating, disturbing the environment, the natural habitat of many man, animal, many type of life there. Okay, so next type of waste that comes under the category of sludge. So it could be liquid waste from kitchen, bathroom, wash basin. Okay, they are called sludge. Okay, so they can be carried out in open drains and not very foul smelling. But the drains, the maintenance of the open drains, that is one of the main factor. If they are not maintained, water, the path is blocking. Then that will lead to further water accumulation and that will again lead to the hygiene problem. Again, the spread of diseases. The same situation that will come again. So no treatment is needed before disposal. Yes, here we see one difference. Although domestic sewage, maybe that there is not some harmful chemicals there, but the industrial waste, mostly there could be some such type of hazardous chemical or material. So that is why in the sewage, specifically the industrial waste, we cannot dispose of. But in case of sludge, treatment usually is not needed. We can dispose it off. Okay, yes. So which type of sludge that should not be disposed of with some other type of water body? Okay, so that could be from hospital, operation theater, slaughterhouse. Okay, we cannot just dispose of it because they are having many type of hazardous chemicals there. Hospitals, many type of medicines are there, which are being used there in the for the patients, and similar is the case with operation theaters and slaughterhouse again. So yeah, although there are other parts like slaughterhouse waste we can use for other purposes. For power generation as well, we can use it. Well, that is actually not that much related. In the syllabus, the power generation on mainly solar energy we can see. But in case of a residential area, other source of power generation, they are usually not employed. We can employ solar cell, to some level we can employ a fuel cell as well, but that is also not that much suitable in the current situation. Okay, so at least we should take care that the sludge which is being disposed of, that should not be having some type of this hazardous material which should further spread diseases, which should further contaminate the environment or the other type of or the other medium where it is being disposed of. If it is disposed in the land, if it is disposed in some water body, then it should not pollute or that water body as well, should not destroy the land as well. And next thing is the water pipe. So water pipe, okay, that is any pipe or tube designed to transport treated drinking water to consumers. Okay, so another basic facility. Now Indian government is working on a very high level for this piped water supply system. Okay, so the water that is treated. Okay, means it is, you can see that it is pure, it is clean. The best or the suitable water that is considered as the drinkable. Okay, because other uses are also there, like the irrigation, the harvesting type of applications are also there. They don't need that much of a high level of purity, but the drinkable water is there. Then that means that it is treated to up to the standards. Okay, so water pipe include large diameter main pipe which supplies the entire town. Then smaller branch lines that supply street or a group of buildings. Means one from central then to the other, like the tree main then branches, so they are being distributed, so like that. So main diameter, large diameter main pipe, then smaller branch line, then small diameter pipe located within individual buildings. So this is from the part of the administration. Okay, like the municipality there, they should be having proper, so that's why government is emphasizing on that build up this network. And usually the urban areas, they are connected through this water supply system, but many rural areas nowadays, okay, they are being connected now, but sometime earlier they were not connected, so they were not having a proper ample source supply of this availability. Okay, so materials commonly used to construct water pipes, they include cast iron, PVC, polyvinyl chloride, very common. Then copper, steel or concrete. Okay, so many type of materials are also available here. PVC is one of very common. Specifically concrete and PVC, they are free from rusting. Okay, although rusting itself is a very detailed topic, that why rusting, why it takes place, how we can avoid it. Okay, then soil pipe. Okay, now what is soil pipe? Basically the pipe which conveys the discharge of water, closet or fixtures having similar functions with or without the discharge from other fixtures. Okay, so it is conveying the discharge of water. Okay, so basically it is not the supply line water. So it is not the inlet, it is basically the outlet. So it is conveying the discharge of water. Okay, that is closer to fixture. Okay, while any pipe can perform the task, the soil pipe, also known as soil vent pipe, okay, has a specific quality. Okay, so the household areas, soil pipe is there. Because solid waste should pass. Second, it is vented in a very specific way to maintain a safe environment to reduce odors. Yes, if the odor that is coming here in the area, residential area, then it will become highly undesirable, very unpleasant in the commercial area as well. Okay, so proper designing, proper path, proper exit, everything should be planned there. Okay, otherwise, in case of a commercial area, the owner has to suffer. Because the value, customers will also not be approaching such type of this commercial area. Okay, so how to maintain this? Okay, so first of all, dimensions should be that much, means to allow the solid waste to pass, means the blocking should not be there. So this is in contrast with the open drain type of system. Okay, like we studied with the sludge. So the sludge path, that is different, but the soil pipe, that should be having that much of dimensions that it should not get blocked by some type of solid waste. Okay, second, it is vented in a specific way to maintain safe environment and reduce odors. Okay, yes. Safe environment means proper. Like blocking should not be there. Blocking is not there, then proper transmission, discharge, that is going on. Then odor, to reduce odors. That is another requirement. So proper designing of the sanitation system. So it is needed. So proper venting should be there. So soil pipes are vented high at the top or near to top of a building to allow gases produced by waste to vent safely into the atmosphere. Okay, although many other projects are also going on so as to utilize this gas, the landfill gas or the biogas. So that can be added. This will add to the further value of our sewerage system. If we are utilizing the waste and the gas produced, if we are utilizing it for some type of energy extraction process, power generation, electricity generation is one such type of application, but that is not the only one application limited, but at least we can recover something from that. It is not like that it is going on as of a waste. Okay, but at least these things should not be there. In many areas we have seen that the toilet link biogas plants are being installed there. In Gujarat, in some villages it is installed. Okay, so there are other options as well. But the ultimate, the final, as per the receiver's end, like the residents of the housing society, from their point of view, the proper venting, proper discharge, proper passing, no blocking, all such things should be there in the soil pipe. Okay, so such gases can be harmful to health. So venting them high keeps them out of the way. Means not nearby. Okay, so out of the human reach. So at a venting at a proper height means height of the vent pipe or the soil pipe, which is basically vented at the top, that should be high enough. So this is a vital feature of soil pipes and it forms part of building regulations too. Yes. Yeah, that is already I understood that it is a basic need to maintain the hygiene as well as the building. That should be the condition that should be desirable. So anything which goes undesirable, we have to avoid it. From the health point of view, it will affect. From the financial point of view as well, the value of the property will go down otherwise. So, so from every point we have to consider that proper waste management, that should be there. Okay, now waste pipe or sludge pipe. Okay, so what is it doing? It carries waste from sink, washing machine, shower bath, and any other appliance that uses water. Okay, so that is why waste pipe. So it can be narrower than a soil pipe. Okay, so that is why lattice is placed there. Everywhere, after in the bathroom there, or at the shower bath, or at the sinks, wash basins, everywhere lattice are placed there. Okay, so that only liquid, the water, that should pass there. Solid waste should not be gathering there. So diameter that can be narrow, diameter of the pipe, because it is not carrying any type of solid waste. Okay, so it also does not need the same venting system as a soil pipe. Okay, means the gases which are being produced from this wastewater or the sludge water. Okay, so they are not harmful, they are not unpleasant. Basically, gases they are not produced. We can consider. Okay, so the venting system like that of a soil pipe, that is not needed. Okay, so here we consider two types of pipelines which have to be installed. First, the soil pipe, another one is the waste pipe or the sludge pipe. So basic two types, and should be most probably they should be isolated. Okay, then next type of pipe, that is a vent pipe. Okay, so the pipe in a sanitary pipe work system which helps in circulating air, okay, within the system and protects trap seals from excessive pressure fluctuation. Okay, because of vacuum, if proper ventilation is not there, then a vacuum like situation could be created, and that will um, exert more pressure. Okay, so this pipeline is installed to provide flow of air to or from drainage system in order to maintain the water seals or traps against trap pressure or siphonage. We will be discussing these topics, the trap or the water seals, here in detail in our coming topics. So water seal, basically seal means one type of blocking that is being provided, and one type of seal between the undesirable, the waste, the smell, which is the gases, the harmful gases which are being generated, so they should be isolated from the residents, or should not uh, come the other way, means the proper direction should be maintained. So if the pressure that is not maintained, so such type of water seals or traps, they won't be stick up to the mark. Okay, then a rainwater pipe, this thing resembles uh, we can reuse, as we also studied in our previous class regarding the rainwater harvesting structure. So rainwater pipe is also there, that should not accumulate, it should be properly discharged and drained out from the building, anywhere in the building premises. Proper arrangement should be made there. So proper drainage of rainwater. Okay, and also we have seen the uses that we can reuse that rainwater. Yeah, not for the drinking purpose, but for other type of purposes, harvesting type of purpose. Okay, the parks are there in the societies usually, so there we can use it. Or at least we can supply it to such areas where the harvesting or irrigation type of task is needed. Okay, then sewer. Sewer is a conduit or pipe, usually circular, laid below the ground level and generally sloping continuously towards the outfall. Yes, one very important thing. The slope should be outwards. Otherwise, the proper channel disposal, the flow, that won't be maintained. Sewers are generally designed to flow under gravity, except outfall sewers, which carries the treated sewage into discharging flows and flow full under pressure. Okay, so this is something related to the discharging. Accumulation should not be there and proper channel should be formed. So treated sewage means the harmful chemicals which were present in the sewage, and that is being treated at the water sewage treatment plant. After that, it is being discharged. Now this water, it will be disposed of, but it will not harm the environment. The types of sewage are sanitary sewer, then another one storm sewer. So what is sanitary sewer? It is a system of underground pipes that carries waste from bathrooms, sinks, kitchens and other plumbing components to a wastewater treatment plant where it is filtered. Okay, then treated, then discharged. After treatment, we are discharging it. Means sewer we are first treating. Okay, so the water directly we are not discharging it. We are not disposing it off. Basically, we are treating it. Pre-treatment is needed before disposal. Then storm water. So this is the one which is carrying the rainfall. Okay. So and the drainage such type of the storm sewer. So the runoff carried in underground pipes or open cages and discharged untreated. Okay, so this is being discharged untreated. Sanitary sewer that is being discharged after treatment. Okay, the main reason is the same, that the sanitary sewer that is having some type of harmful chemicals, hazardous chemicals. So that is why it is not being discharged, and the storm water, like the rainwater is there, it is not having any type of hazardous chemicals there. Okay, so that is why we can discharge it untreated. Okay, into local streams, rivers, surface water bodies, so we can discharge it. Okay, then last thing is a sewerage. Basically, it is what? It is a system, it is a network. Okay, so the different the entire system of conduits, appendages excluding for wastewater treatment. That is different. So from the safety point of view, it is hazardous, so it is kept different, the separate. Okay, so general principles governing the design of sanitary plumbing system. Okay, so for better maintenance and easy repair, the sewer pipe should preferably be laid by the side of the building rather than in walls or underground. And usually it is laid by side only. Okay, it is not built in the walls. Okay, so maintenance, okay, repair, everything becomes easy. It is outside, so easily we can check it, we can repair it in case of any fault. Then drains should be laid straight between the manholes. So through manholes we can inspect. Okay, all sharp blends and junctions which tend to become dead ends for collection of sewerage solids should be avoided. Okay, through except through manholes. Okay, blocking should not be there. Proper inspection that could be easily available. That will only enable the proper discharge of this sanitary system. The entire system should be ventilated from the start to the end. Yes, so as to not to let the pressure exceed. Okay, ventilation, that is why it is needed. Proper ventilation is not there, the creation of vacuum, the pressure fluctuations, as many type of undesirable situations can come up. Okay, the house sewer should be connected to the public sewer, keeping the outfall level of the house sewer sufficiently high that the water of the public sewer to avoid backflow. Yes, backflow should not be there. It will be highly undesirable then. Yeah, that is also situation which comes if the pipe gets blocked. But proper inspection chamber is being made there, ventilation is being made, so blockage chances we can avoid. And also we are maintaining regular checkups. Okay, but also the slope, the designing, that should not be like that. So from high to low. Okay, from household that should be high and the public sewer that should be low. So chances of reverse flow that we can avoid. So the plumbing system should contain enough number of traps at suitable points for its efficient functioning to avoid evolution of foul smells. Okay, that is why traps are being made there, so that the foul smell coming out from this sentry system, that should not be coming out there in the residential area. Okay, the house sewer should be disconnected from the public sewer by the provision of an intercepting trap. Means there should be some type of medium, some type of seal between the house sewer and the public sewer. Then joint sewers should be watertight. No leakage should be there. Okay, the same reason. Then lateral sewers should be laid at sufficient slopes so as to develop self-rinsing velocity. Okay, slope that we should maintain so as to maintain the water flow from high to low. Okay, also in the household also we can see that. In the bathroom we can, that is also the similar type of layout of the bathroom as well. The lattice there, the vent pipe there, that is placed at a lower level. The slope is made towards the vent pipe. Okay, if the slope is on the other side, the vent pipe is relatively high. There in the bathroom itself, and the water won't be going that side. It will accumulate there in the bathroom. Okay, so the proper slope that should be maintained. Okay, so high quality sewer pipes should be used in the system. Yes, otherwise the purpose, if the quality is being compromised, then the operation won't be desirable. It won't be long lasting. We need more replacement, more repairing, more maintenance. Okay, sewer should be designed in such a way that there will be no airlocks, siphonage or undue deposits we have to avoid. Okay, so proper designing should not allow any type of deposits, no type of airlocks. Blocking is there, then it will not solve the purpose then. Proper disposal, the discharge won't be maintained. The size of lateral sewer should be such that they will not overflow at the time of maximum discharge. This overflow, then it is not able to pass the discharge, the water flow which is coming out, then the water will leak out. Through the inspection box it can leak out. Okay, or through the, okay, then further maintaining the hygiene, that has to be compromised. It will become difficult. Okay, then rainwater should not be allowed to mix with house sewage or sludge. Okay, it can be best used for rainwater harvesting. Yes, otherwise if that sewage or sludge water is mixed with the rainwater, then it won't be suitable for the harvesting type of purposes. Okay, otherwise on the other hand, we are seeing that we are using pumps there for to pump out water, underground water there for harvesting. So it is one of the uh, requirement, energy saving option as well as the water management program as well. So from the consumer side of view, or the consumer's efforts, the proper and efficient use of water, that is also needed. Because otherwise the shortcoming and the mismanagement of this water or wastage of the water, their household or domestic water, that is also leading to several problems there, even conflicts there. In case of shortage of water, there are conflicts. So that is from the customer point side of view as well, that they should also assist. They should also help along with the authority, the regulatory body. Okay, like the hygiene, maintenance of hygiene, that is also from a two-way approach, not from the only the management. So customer should, the consumer there, or the residents of a building, they should also contribute along with the authority. The proper housekeeping, proper maintenance, proper cleaning, that should also be there. Then proper waste disposal should be there. Okay, now coming to this next topic of traps. So here are the images of some type of traps are there. Okay, P trap, Q trap, and S trap. So they resemble these type of traps, shapes. That is why they are named accordingly. So trap may be defined as fittings placed at the ends of the soil pipes or sludge pipes to prevent the passage of foul gases from the pipe to the outside. Because the soil pipes are there, but there should be a proper sealing. So that is the trap. Okay, so the foul smell that should not go through, means there should be proper isolation. Okay, so this is possible because traps do not enclose or maintain water seal between the pipe and the outside. So water seal here, this is the water seal from the top to the lower level of this P shape trap here. Similarly here in this case Q trap, the water level to the this lower level of the trap. This is the water seal. Because of this water seal, so any type of foul smell from this outlet, they won't be reaching here to the inlet. So basically trap, this is just like a seal to block. Okay, water trap does not allow gas to escape to the outside of the pipe. Okay, so a good trap should possess sufficient water shields should be there. Water seal generally varies from 25 mm to 75 mm. So an average of 50 mm. That is very common. Then its interior should be smooth and so as not to obstruct the flow. Yes, interior should be smooth. Means obstruction to the flow, that should not be there. That will lead to blocking, and the proper disposal discharge that will won't be maintained. Okay, then it should be provided with an access door for cleaning. Then it should be made of some non-absorbent material. Okay, otherwise it will start absorbing. Then the wastewater that would be absorbed there, accumulation will start there. Okay, and access door for cleaning means from the maintenance point of view, very easily. Maintenance, that should be very easy. Okay, so type of trap, okay, we have studied here. Another type of traps could be depending on the use: flow trap, gully trap, intercepting trap. Here it is, flow trap. So they are used to admit wastewater. So sludge, not the soil pipe. This is the sludge pipe from the floors of rooms, kitchens, baths, etc. into the sludge pipe. So that is why this lattice that is being provided here, because solid waste that should not be going through this pipe, sludge pipe. So these are provided with cast iron or galvanized or stainless steel gratings. These type of gratings shown in this figure. At the top, so as to prevent the entry of solid or larger sticky material into the drain pipe to avoid frequent blocking. That is why the diameter thickness of the pipe that was less as compared with that of a soil pipe. Now gully trap. The gully trap is provided outside the building before connected to external sewage line. Means the main sewage line which is going on. So the building that is being connected to that, and at the border there is a gully trap. It also connects wastewater from the kitchen sink, wash basin and wash area. So it is also related to a sludge, not the soil waste. So gully trap is provided to prevent foul gases entering into the building by providing water seals. Okay, so water seal is also there. Here we can see in this diagram seal level, top to bottom. Now this is the trap. So from on one side there is a sewer, and from one side the waste from the house drain that is entering here. Now gritting is there, means solid waste they won't be going through this channel. Okay, in combined system, when rainwater and building sewage flow in a single drainage, rainwater pipes may be connected to the drainage line through gully traps only. Means we can connect rainwater and as well as the sewage flow line. Then gully traps receive sludge from baths, kitchens, etc. Kitchen sink. Okay, so it is rated with sludge only. So that is why the wastewater from the bathroom or the kitchen that is being used. Next comes the intercepting trap. Here is the diagram. So plug is there, open, close, and here is the water seal. Top level to the bottom level here. So inlet from house, then outlet to street sewer. Okay, then further cover is there for easy maintenance, for easy inspection. So intercepting trap, that is basically provided at the junction of house sewer and a municipal sewer. So trap is needed. Backflow of water should not also take place. Foul smells should not be entering the house sewer. Okay, otherwise they will create a unpleased environment there in the house itself. So intercepting trap is provided to prevent the foul gases entering into the building sewer by providing water seal. Okay, this trap is often provided in small manhole constructed just near the house. Manhole, maintenance, inspection, everything can be provided here. Here, the cover. This is basically the manhole, the cover, and plug. Okay, so this tap is provided near its top with an access gate or plug called cleaning eye. Okay, for removing silted matter from the inside the trap in case of blockage. Means if the water flow that is in blocked, so very easily we can clear the obstruction, okay, through this plug. It has deep water seal of 100 mm depth, and it also prevents entry of bugs and insects. Okay, so through the water seal, bugs and insects they won't also be entering our system. Okay, now coming to the system of plumbing. So some type of designs are here. Two pipe system, one pipe system here. Let us discuss them one by one. The four principal systems adopted in a plumbing of drainage work in a building. So two pipe system, one pipe system, single track system, partially ventilated single track system. Okay, so two pipe system. Two different set of vertical pipes. Okay, so for soil water and sludge water, different pipes are there. They won't be mixed. Okay, so the night soil carrying pipes are called soil pipe. Okay, and the pipe which carry sludge from bathroom, kitchen, etc., they are called sludge or waste pipes. So something similar which we studied, that their solid waste won't be there in the sludge pipe system. Okay, the soil pipes as well as the waste pipes are ventilated by providing separate vent pipes. I mean, they are totally different. They are not mixed anywhere. Okay, this is best and most improved system of plumbing. Okay, but the number of pipes they can increase, so that is why the cost of such type of installing such type of plumbing system that may increase. Okay, but it has the advantage that both the soil water and the sludge water, they will be isolated, they won't get mixed. So here we can see, so first one soil pipe, next one waste pipe or the sludge pipe, both of them, they are separate. Okay, then one pipe system, instead of two separate pipes in the system, only one main vertical pipe is provided. Okay, so it connects both soil, sludge. For both type of waste, one single pipe is there. Okay, so this main pipe is ventilated by providing cowl at its top. Okay, proper ventilation that is needed. Backflow would be there. Water seal will be maintained. Okay, and the foul smell that will be ventilated through the cowl at the top. Okay, in addition to this, a separate vent pipe is also provided. So this system requires less pipe than two pipe system. So here vent, then here the discharge pipe which is going to the drain. So single pipe system is being installed here. Now single track system. It is basically one pipe system where the single pipe carries the sewage as well as the sludge. So similar to this type of one pipe system. Single track system is also there. Here we can see. But here the different vent pipe for the ventilation, that is not there. So no separate vent pipe is provided here. Like in here we are seeing that a vent pipe, this is provided. But in the case of single track system, there is only one pipe and another vent pipe is not provided, but the ventilation that is provided at the rooftop. Like here, air vent, single pipe is here. One single pipe and ventilation is through this rooftop. Okay, so it is provided with a cowl for removal of foul gases. Means one single pipe system is there and this cowl is there at the air vent and it is given a height above the roof height. So 2 meters approximately. 2 meter higher than the roof. Sorry. Than the roof. 2 meter higher than the roof. So here it is 2 meter higher and here the vent arrangement that is being provided. So basically system ground floor, first floor, second floor. Okay, so here we can see. Then last is the partially ventilated single track system. So this is an improved form of single track system. So in this system, the traps of the water closets are separately ventilated by a separate vent pipe called relief vent pipe. Okay, so one vent pipe that is being installed here. So single stack system is there already installed, along with that waste water pipe that is being installed here. Okay, so the sludge fixtures are not connected to the vent pipe. So minor modifications are being done here in this system here to the waste pipe. Now, last is the testing of house sewer. So after the installation of house sewer, it is tested to make sure of the water tightness of the joints. Okay, that is the trap which we have built. That should be tested here. So type of tests include air test, hydraulic test or water test, and last is the smoke test. So air test, it is generally used to test underground and vertical pipes. In this test, the particular section of the pipe to be tested is plugged at upper and lower ends. Means we have plugged both the ends of the pipe and forcing the air into the pipe with the help of a pump. Ends are blocked and air is forced. Okay, then all the joints are coated with a soap solution. So what will happen if there is any type of leakage? Then air which is being blown inside through the pump, that will come out. So the bubbles at the joints will be there. So that will indicate that the air is leaking. So through that it can be diagnosed. The test or the leakage could be detected. Okay, so it can be repaired. Now hydraulic test. It is most commonly used for testing underground house sewer. So in this test, the sewer is plugged and at the lower end, and water is filled in the pipe through the upper end manhole to maintain a pressure. So about pressure of about 1 to 1.5 depth of water. Means the outlet, the exit end, that is blocked, and through the input, the inlet end of the pipe, there the water is through there water is filled, and this specific amount of pressure is tried to be maintained. Okay, if there is no drop in the water level till 10 minutes, means if there would be any type of leakage from the input end to the outlet end, then slowly the water level would start decreasing, because at some middle point the water would be leaking out. So for 10 minutes check the water level. If it is the same, then it means there is no leakage, no water is leaking out, because our outlet is already blocked. So if in case the water is leaking out, then needs to have a watch on the joints, and they have to be repaired. Last is the smoke test. So it is performed on existing vertical sludge pipe or the rainwater pipe. So the vertical pipe, not the underground. For underground, air test, hydraulic test. Okay, for the vertical pipe, there is a smoke test. So smoke is forced into the pipe with the help of a blower. Okay, at any joint which is leaking, smoke will come out from there. So visually we can detect smoke is coming out from this joint. So it can be diagnosed. Okay, so that is sufficient for this topic regarding the water supply and sanitation.